field with the senior football players as well. Clemson football, Parker to throw on first down, complete to Hopkins, who dives for another Tiger first down. Let's go back to the Sox out of the SEC against the Clemson Tigers from the ACC. Parker pumps and throws. It's Hopkins again, who makes the grab in front of Gilmore.
Ran a double move comeback, and again, great protection, maximum protection for the quarterback. Watch this route. Goes up, out, fakes the up move, and then comes back, stops, and reads it. Nice job, nice confidence, the quarterback, to put it out there for a freshman receiver.
And that route takes time.
Pressure coming. Clemson picks it up. Parker. Hopkins running underneath it. Couldn't haul it in.
I'll tell you, that was a great job of protection again. South Carolina has 36 sacks on the season, one of the leaders in the nation. And Clemson's doing a great job right now of picking up the various blitzes and also handling the defensive line.
You see the inside dog. This is a blitz that South Carolina likes, especially in their nickel situations. Parker did such a great job on that early touchdown of putting air on that ball. But when you move in the pocket, it takes a little bit extra time.
Play fake on second down. Parker has a man. Looks for Hopkins. Pass is incomplete. Bringing Singing Stars was a group that his late father put together. Daquan traveled around the country with that singing group. And by the way, he says if you ever get to take a look at our Timberland game track, DeAndre Hopkins, 99 receiving yards, 45 of them. This is on the first Clemson possession. Touchdown time.
This is not a favorable situation, down as many points as you are to a team that gets after the quarterback.
Dabo Swinney taking a look into the future right now as quarterback for next year. I don't know if he's given up on Kyle Parker tonight.
Ellington joins him in the backfield for 3rd and 3. Boyd's pass is tipped. Large team.
That's right.
It's because Oregon goes to the BCS championship game. TCU would fill that spot. Taj Boyd to DeAndre Hopkins, shoved out. 34 tick. Roll to the next one. It's amazing. 3rd down and 10. Boyd throwing. Intended for Harper, but lucky there was somebody else there to make the grab. It's DeAndre Hopkins for just the second 3rd down conversion by the Tigers.
They just sustain themselves and get to manageable 3rd down.
Boyd quarterbacking Clemson now. There's going to be a penalty flag. Looks like a little bit of a late hit after Hopkins makes the grab. Gilmore was there in coverage. So Taj Boyd, the redshirt freshman from Hampton, Virginia, now quarterbacking the Tigers.
After the play was over, personal foul, number 5 on the defense. 15 yards from the end of the run. First down.
Remember the first half of the season, Taj Boyd and DeAndre Hopkins were second teamers, so they probably have some good chemistry, been throwing to each other all season long.
Hopkins, a true freshman. It was prior to the North Carolina game that the Clemson staff pointed to the 29-7 score. Boyd to the air, pass tipped. A big hit on Hopkins. Played by Holman.
You know, that was actually a great pass. That's that seam throw. You got to throw it over. We call it a goalpost throw, over the secondary, over the underneath coverage, and before the safety can get to it, just barely touched. But again, the type of throw that a veteran quarterback sometimes struggles to make.
Hopkins and the man in the middle, trying to bust up all those plans. Stephon Gilmore. Meanwhile, what in the world is going on with Brady and the New England offense? So he's above that. And we'll watch Gilmore, of course, who figures to line up on Hopkins almost all night.
You get so used to seeing the man coverage, and yet this time they come out in zone. And anytime you play that 2-deep zone, the vulnerability is always in the middle of the field. I don't think there's going to be too many times they're going to want to let Hopkins run free into a zone defense tonight.
We're back on the game within the game. Gilmore against Hopkins. 4 snaps, no targets, no catches, of course. He did make that one catch, but that was against a zone. and not man-to-man. So let's see what happens from here on out. And these two guys met in college, which they did twice. You've got Gilmore playing at the University of South Carolina and Hopkins at Clemson.
Yeah.
Also the alma mater of Deshaun Watson, even though they were separated by a few years.
Back in man coverage.
5 wide here. Over the middle, making the catch. That's Hopkins. And it's the first time he takes care of Gilmore, who's there covering on the play, and Hopkins has a first down.
It's a pretty release right there. Watch how quick Hopkins is on this release. Immediately attacks the defender's outside edge and then breaks hard to the inside. He knows it's man coverage too. He's just going to use that tight end coming off there as a little pick. What a great matchup. One of the best receivers in the game against arguably the best cornerback.
This is the
Had his chance, didn't make it happen, and now they come right back to Stills. There's a double team. They've got Harmon going over the top. No help at all the other way.
Chris Clark taking over at right tackle for the most part. 3rd down and 6. Lawson fires. That's going to be caught, and that's a first down. DeAndre Hopkins. It's inside of Gilmore and moves the chains with 12.5 to go in regulation.
He challenges the green grass is how he puts it. So the inside technique here. So he's going to challenge the outside before he comes back into the slant. Gilmore knows him well. They played against each other at college, but you saw that little crossover step. Whenever the defensive back has to take that crossover step, you've got him.
Mom Sabrina looking on watching her man. What, 3 tonight for 40 yards total.
Right now, too, where they are showing a pressure look.
Go 5 wide here. Everybody into the pattern. Wide open at the 25-yard line. Hopkins. And a lot of yardage after the catch to the 14-yard line. 4 catches for 67 for DeAndre tonight.
So you say, why is Gilmore going backwards so fast? The reason is they don't have a free safety. They blitzed him. They brought him up into the middle of the field, so he has to protect deep. And these guys are on the same page all night. Watson sees it. Hopkins sees it. They know what they're going to do. Getting open at the top end of those routes, and they have a toughness to them to make those catches over the middle. Well, we've been talking about DeAndre Hopkins all night, and this one is brought to you by Subway, his influence here. Take a look. Even when he's not getting the ball, double teamed on the left side, Duke Johnson touchdown. Double